This is something like what a conversation between me and a demon is. Um, so there was this girl, and she died, and she went to heaven, but it was hell. And we found her body, and it was stiff with rigor mortis. And we posed her in a nice position, and she was going to the funeral home. After we took some pictures of her, and we found out she wasn't dead, but she was stiff. But we found out she was breathing, but she was on her way to hell. But she wasn't on her way to hell because she believed in Jesus Christ, but she was going to die. So anyway, any time you hear anything from them, it's basically about death. They will turn any conversation into death. And you have to turn it back because you're a Christian. You have to turn the conversation back into life, which is kind of ridiculous because of what they do. When they make everything about death, it's all about, getting rid of yourself or getting rid of somebody else or the horrible state they were in or what they were going through was hell. And it's not even true what they say, but they find a way to make it about death no matter what. And like I said, you have to turn it back to life, and you don't know how to do that because the Bible says death and life are in the power of the tongue. So they use their tongues to bring about or to facilitate death. And that's what they're doing the whole time they're talking to you. And you got to realize this. They're using it all to facilitate death. And you need to use your tongue and your abilities to facilitate life. But anyway, that is what we can be deceived because like I was deceived into thinking committing suicide was okay. And it's not okay, and Jesus Christ says it's not okay. But it's not okay. But they will convince you that things like that are okay. And you have to know or be wise about them enough to know that they're leading you down the wrong path. Whatever path they lead you down, it's the wrong path. Their paths go to death. Their ways lead to hell. The Bible says that. So it's crazy dealing with these people because it's everything just suddenly becomes about death. And it's wild, and I can't be around that. But you can't always avoid being around that either. And people just accept these people like they're normal. When all they're talking about is the same thing, and it's death. They're the ones giving you drugs. They're the ones talking about dying. They're the ones talking about bad ways of living. When your mother would instruct you good ways to live, they'll instruct you bad ways to live. But that's something that's going on with a lot of people because, like I said, I believe a lot of people are demons.